we're back. Periscope crashed again. Yeah. Sorry.
Let's give him a couple minutes.
Sorry, we'll give you guys a couple of minutes to sign back on. Periscope crashed.
Sorry, guys.
Periscope crashed. Sorry, we're going to give you guys a chance to log back in. Sorry, we're so sorry about that. We are apologizing for Periscope.
Yes.
And Periscope ain't giving us a dime. Yet. Okay, but we are apologizing on behalf of Periscope. We crashed. It crashed, and we saw it when it happened. Okay, our faces froze on that screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Miss Tika.
Miss Tika, thank you so much. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Thank you, young
Baba. Hey, so yeah, we're waiting for y'all to catch back up, and we're going to answer that question. The last question that came across that we saw, the last question that we saw that came across was, how did Toy release it?
Hi.
Hey, hair blesser.
What's the question? How did I release what?
If you're back on, is it a sense of being judged or another reason to not open up or go to counseling? I don't think that it's I don't think that it's about being judged for most men. Once again, counselors we see, I know when I was asked to go to counseling I see as that irresistible force. Most men, I know I was afraid to go to counseling because I know that he probably had some tools and some tricks that I probably wasn't prepared to deal with. You understand? I was afraid of being exposed. I was afraid of being exposed. I was afraid of being... I was Robin's best friend forever. All right. I was afraid of being exposed and found out. I was afraid that this dude might touch on something that I was not prepared to deal with. I think most men, when it comes to counseling, it's more fear than anything.
And
I'll be right back.
And I think too, that, babe, were you looking for your charger?
Yeah.
It's right here.
Oh.
I'm sorry, you guys. We're sorry. Oh, how did I release? But let me say that I got that. I think that some men too, they don't want to go to counseling because they don't want to work it out.
There is
that. They don't want to stop doing what they're doing. And that is for real.
That's real. That's real. You're right. You're absolutely right. Some dudes just don't want to work it out. Yep. They want out. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give most of you sisters enough credit that you know when you got one of those. Okay? Honestly, a woman knows. And that meant I realized I should be the counselor, honestly. Okay? But if your man is expressing that he wants to stay in a relationship and he just don't want to go to counseling, most of the time it's fear. Mm-hmm. Okay? Most of the time it's fear. Because we're not equipped. I didn't feel equipped to deal with this dude or this chick. I didn't want to be talked down to. I didn't want to be set up because I know as soon as I walk in, it's a setup. The first question, well, how are you today? What you mean, how am I today? What you talking about? What you saying? That's how it was. Seriously. It's absolute fear. To Sister Toy's point, I think you know when so many women are. Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
We're going to try to block that because we're not here to insult anybody. Okay, so we're not doing any woman or hate bashing. So if that person pops back on, you all feel free to block. Okay, because we're not calling anybody hypocrites or trying to insult anybody. People, you all who watch us, you all are for real with your thing. And I think that's why you all watch us. You all are for real with trying to make your thing better. You all are for real with trying to get better in your relationships. So I'm not dealing that. You pop back on. If they don't block you, I'm gonna get you. Okay, because we're not having that here. Okay, brother, don't play that. Okay, we're trying to get some real solutions to some real problems.
Sorry, I thought you were just strictly attacking men.
No, we're not attacking men. No, I am a man. I mean, last I checked. Not attacking men. We're talking about why we don't communicate.
Yeah.
I'm talking about why we don't communicate. And the question was, why don't we go to counseling? And the number one reason is fear. Every brother that I've talked to, when they get finished bumping their gums, when they get finished, trying to justify themselves, they're really afraid to go to counseling. They're afraid to go to counseling. You understand? For what it might reveal. Okay? For weaknesses that we've tried years to keep under wraps that might get exposed. Okay? Especially exposed to somebody that I may be perceiving as the enemy at that time.
He said counseling didn't work. Now what? And I think the question is, why did counseling not work? I know for us, when we went to go see our counselor, he was divorced. So going in, I was like, what did you have to tell me? Because what you had to tell me, obviously, all the tricks you knew did not work for you. And so I don't think that he could tell me anything. But another piece of it is that both people aren't willing to do the work. And it takes two people to make it work.
There you go. I like that, Ethan. Thank you for being so transparent.
Yes.
You had deeper issues than the relationship.
Yes.
And I personally believe I don't lump all counselors into the same basket of being effective. Mm-hmm. You have people that are good at what they do, and you got people that suck at what they do. Mm-hmm. Let's just keep it real, okay? So I'm not going to say counseling always works. You can just have a bad counselor, or just somebody you just can't relate to, or somebody that you walk in, they look like an ex that you had 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. You understand? What I will say is this. Is that if it did not work for you at that time, I love your transparency about you having deeper issues. That shows that something did reach you. Okay, that there was some kind of inflection that you had at some moment that lets you know, okay, something's broken in me. You follow me? Don't be afraid to seek out somebody else. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because sometimes it's just you couldn't relate to the counselor. We could not relate to our counselor.
And then, too, kind of with your transparency, that was awesome. You had relationships personally that you had to deal with for yourself. So with that being said, it may behoove you just to go and speak with a counselor on your own. And deal with the issues that you are dealing with. Because it's very hard to
And we did that, didn't we? I know I did.
You did.
Yeah, I went on my own. Mm-hmm. Okay, because his brother had some stuff that sister, not only did she not know about, that I wasn't ready to reveal.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, DV 1109. It absolutely can. And so I went to counseling on my own. Like I was saying before, sometimes going in immediately as a couple won't work because you're asking to reveal things in front of somebody who at that time you may perceive as the enemy, which is why you're there. You understand? Now, should you ever perceive your spouse as the enemy? No.
Right.
But we often know sometimes it can get to that point where we were at a point where I saw her as the enemy.
Yeah.
So I was not trying to sit in the same room with her and divulge all my stuff at that time. I had to go and get my stuff straight by myself first. Do you understand? Had to get myself straight, get it out, get it handled, get it dealt with. Let some healing go on. You understand? Let's some reconnect some broken wires, and then we went together. And when we went together, absolutely, we can make that happen. You know, then
is it safest to go on your own with a counselor if your spouse doesn't want to go? I would say yes.
I think your spouse would want that. Yeah, I think your spouse would want that.
Because you know what? Here's the thing about it is, I am a proponent of counseling. I think
she is a fan of it.
I think that we all need.
I'm not as much a fan of it, admittedly so, but I see some value in it.
I think that we all have something going on.
We all got junk
with ourselves.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a personal relationship with the Lord, or if you just need another person who you could safely vent to get some of the things out of your head.
Yes. You're right.
Then you need to see somebody. I mean, I know that I have some childhood scars. I have some adulthood scars that my husband cannot fix. And so sometimes I just need to talk it out and talk it through. Oh, it's crashed on us too. I am just a proponent of counseling. I think just to be able to talk to somebody, because sometimes, you know what, you listen to your own records over and over again, you'll start to believe them and will continue to sing that song. You need another voice to come in and say, that's wrong thinking, or that's not true. And so I just think that I believe in talking to somebody who has some wisdom.
Yeah, and trust. Like I said, good friends are. Good friends can be the best counselors, Ethan, if they're invested in both of you.
Yes, that's our thing.
They can actually do more harm than good unintentionally by supporting you in your wrong. Okay, and a lot of friends will do that. They will support you in your mess. Okay, and those are not the friends that you want to be confiding in. Okay, you want to make sure that you are confiding in someone that is invested in your mutual success as a couple, as a unit. Do you understand? Not someone's going to say, I don't get why she do X, Y, Z, man. You're totally right. You know what? And guess what? That can justify you and you're wrong. But they think they're being a good friend and being supportive. Thank you so much, Renee. You know, but at the same time, they're doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
On the counseling tip, also, don't be afraid to shop around.
Yeah.
Seriously, don't be afraid to shop around. Okay.
You don't go to just any doctor.
You don't go to any doctor. You ask them questions. Any counselor worth their salt won't mind answering. Okay. You vet them out.
Yeah.
Are you the one I need to be talking to?
Yeah.
Okay. Insurance aside. Okay. Your hourly rate aside. Are you qualified to deal with what I got going on? Okay. And when we found that counselor that was divorced, he wasn't the one.
No.
He wasn't the one.
Because what I think what happened, baby, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I think what happened was we really wanted our marriage to work. And him being divorced kind of said to me, oh, you ain't in it to win it. Like, you are allowing it to leave. You're allowing for divorce. And we didn't want that option. I think secretly we didn't want that option to, right? Right,
you're right. You want a friend that's going to be real with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want a friend you want that friend to tell you that the one to tell you your breast stink. That's the one you want. The one to tell you should be wearing that dress. That's the friend that you probably can trust. You understand? Because they're letting you know that they're invested in your well-being, in your success. Not the friend that says, you know, your breast stink to the other friend. That's not the one you want to talk to. You feel me? Now, but once again, be real. Be real. We win. Divorce is not an option. Divorce should not be an option, barring abuse.
Yes.
But like we will always say that, barring abuse, emotional and physical abuse. If that's not happening, y'all need to work it out. Y'all need to do whatever you got to do to figure it out. Small couple group counseling is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I don't know if she's on here, but we just got invited. Someone asked us to come in on November the 7th is the date for just a small group, because it's easier to talk that way. And we're so big on being transparent, you guys. So big on being transparent. It allows for healing for a lot of people. So if you got stuff, just say, you know what, y'all, I got stuff.
Be real with your stuff, man.
Yeah.
Be real with your stuff. And I think that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing is to deal with that dude or that chick in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to. We will go in that mirror and we will look over that scar on our cheek. We will look over that blemish. You understand it, and pretend that it's not there. Okay. How much more so internally? Okay. We will ignore the junk that comprises us.
Yeah.
Okay. All the mess. I mean, I said it earlier. We are the sum composition of our past experience. That's positive and negatively. All right. And a lot of times we don't deal with the negative stuff. We just push it aside. We bury it. We brush it aside. And we just keep moving forward as if we're okay.
I see a conversation going on, and it's about how come, why do people hide who they really are, and then everything comes out afterwards? People are always going to show you what they want you to see.
Always.
And that's anybody. Anybody. And that's for you too. You're only going to show people what you want them to see. Now, truthfully, as women, I have to say this. We don't do our due diligence when it comes to a potential husband or a potential
Ain't
date.
That the truth?
We don't.
Oh my God.
We look at all the things we want to see. Well, the blaring things that we should be looking at, we don't look at. We make excuses for. If somebody tell us, are you sure? Then we say, you hating.
Right.
So a lot of things, sometimes, there are some undercover brothers. But the truth of the matter is, we don't want to see it. We can go back and say, yeah, we overlook a lot.
Because you got to have them.
I tell my daughters now, because my daughters are dating, I tell them, you don't make excuses for nobody but your husband.
That's it.
Period. So when he says that
cover me, babe. Cover me.
when he says he's coming and he don't show up. I don't want to hear you say, but oh, mom, this happened. Oh, mom, that happened. Nope. Mm-hmm. Brother better find a way. Yeah. Or don't make excuses for anybody who's not your husband.
That's it.
We make too many excuses. We give too many.
You funny, Dustin.
We give too many ways out, and then we get mad, and we so shocked when it blows up in our face. When dude was who he was when you first met him, he did not change. He did not trick you. He was who he was. Sometimes we just choose not to see it.
People don't change. Let's get that completely upfront. Inherently, we don't change. Mm-hmm. God changes us. Yes. Do you understand? That's where the change comes. Mm-hmm. If there's not a change in a person's thought processes, if there's not a change in a person's spirit, mm-hmm. that person is going to adhere to what's comfortable and familiar. Yes. Whether that's lying, whether that's cheating, whether that's adultery, whether that's being sneaky and shady. If they're comfortable there, if they've been able to operate there for years without being found out, chances are you're going to get what you married. Yep. You understand? You're going to get what you asked for. Yeah. All right. This is why we need God. The Lord changes us to the core of our being. Period. Yes. This marriage that you see right here should have died, say 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. We should have ended at year 5. We should have walked and went our separate ways by year 5. Mm-hmm. If by natural standards, do you understand? But for God, do you understand? But for yielding completely to the things of the Spirit, things above us. If you don't submit to something above you, you will become vulnerable to everything around you. Yeah. Do you understand? We had to submit to our Heavenly Father because His ways were so far above our ways. His thinking, His forgiveness was so far above my ability to forgive. Okay? What people say, dude, you should have been walked away. Girl, you should have left him alone. You understand? If we had paid attention to what was around us, we would not have survived. We had to stay focused on what was above us. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's true. That's it. And that may be a hard pill for some to swallow because you think, it doesn't take all of that, but it does. When you what you have joined together, no man. Yes, it does take all that because you're becoming one with another person. So you're taking all their issues, all their things, and you're inviting them into your life. And you're adding your junk to their junk. Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. People talk about all this love, okay, and we're going to create this great bountiful love. But what they forget is that you're going to add your junk to their junk. And whatever's there, you all both are going to have to deal with. Math, absolutely. God math, absolutely. And with that being said, I don't know if you talked about it early on, but we did do a vision plan for your marriage. And a lot of you have emailed forward at marriageforeal@gmail.com. So if anyone on here has had the opportunity to look it over, please comment and let them know what you thought of it. And if you haven't had a vision plan for your marriage, email us at marriageforeal@gmail.com and we'll send it to you. It's an outline that you and your spouse fill out and you come together and you plot the course for the future of your relationship. We do that for businesses. We do that for education. We do that for our churches, personal goals, mm-hmm. but we don't do it for our relationships. Where do you want your relationship to be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Okay? What's your plan for getting there together? Mm-hmm. Is it possible for you to get there together? Yeah. Do you understand? Are you all on the same page? If you have not gotten married, you might want to do that before you get married. Yeah, but it's not too late if you already married. But if you're already married, guess what? You can write that path and get back on track together. Make the vision plain. Yeah. Make the vision plain. Plot your course. For those of you who are at a space in your marriage, and I know there's some on here that you feel like you don't know if there's hope, you guys, all we can tell you is this. Oh, awesome. All we can tell you is that it is possible. It is possible. I don't care how bad it looks right now. It is possible for your marriage to be restored. It
is. I would say if you still have fight in you to fight for it, fight for it. You may say, Sister Toy, but I'm fighting alone. Then you see God, you get a plan, you pray, you do what you have to do. And if it's over, you'll know that it's over. But if there is a fighting chance, you fight.
You owe it to you.
I'm talking to you. You know who you are.
You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your relationship.
Fight for it.
And on that note, I know we didn't touch on all the possibilities of why men don't communicate, but I think we hit on some key ones. And hopefully that's equipped you to move forward in dealing with your man on why he clams up.
Fight for your marriage.
Fight for your marriage if you don't fight for anything else.
Fight for your marriage.
Fight for your marriage. Okay? So with that being said, we want you all to know, I'm your brother Dwayne. This is your sister Toy. We want you all to put your 10,000 to flight. And if we've said something that's blessed you, hit them 7s. You see Dustin, you see Miss Tika, 7. That's our number of completion to let us know that we were effective in what we shared with you all tonight. Because we want you all to make it.
Yes.
You can make it. You can have healthy relationships.
You can.
You deserve healthy relationships.
Yes.
Healthy, long-standing marriages. Okay, you deserve that.
You do.
You're entitled. If that's what you want, that's what God wants you to have.
He wants your joy to be full.
Yes.
He wants your joy to be full. I know this season right now may seem like it's going to last forever, or even the season in your marriage may last forever, but we're proof that it can change and that it will change. Bad relationships, we've had them, but they can get better. We are proof of that.
If you don't believe it,
selling you a dream.
Don't believe it, go back and watch our YouTube. Part 1 of infidelity. Parts 2 and 3 are coming. I know you guys are like, when is it coming? Stay tuned, okay?
Yes.
We got some great stuff in the pipeline with Marriage for Real that you all have helped us create. And we're going to move forward confidently because you all have asked for it and you all have let us know that this is some good stuff. And we want to bless you. Thank you all so much, Ms. Design.
We're very happy that we can share our testimony with those and cause you all to put your 10,000 to flight.
That's it. And so with that, we're going to sign off here because Sister made Poppy's request for dinner, and Poppy's hungry.
Thank you, Ethan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ethan. We love you guys. As always, we pray for you daily.
We do.
Not a cliche. That's what we do here at Marriage for Real. We pray for you guys. We want you all to make it, and we love you guys. We thank you for your support. Continue to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Miss Tika has been. We love you. We love you, Sister Bruce. We love you guys. We are available. We're setting up things for counseling and webinars. We got some stuff in the pipeline, and this stuff
is happening so fast.
And it's because of y'all.
It's because of you guys.
It's because of you guys, and we love you and we thank you for it. Okay, and so with that, we're gonna say good night, Periscope family.
Good night.
Okay, Periscope family. And that's how we see you.
Family.
We see y'all as family, and like any diligent family member, we want you to make
win.
It.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you're the team.
You are the team.
God bless you. Have a good night.
Good night.